Namaskar. I welcome all of you to our overall well-being series today. We have here Mr. Venkatesan. I welcome you, Mr. Venkatesan, to share a few words about you today.
Thank you, Navina, for inviting me to be in this conversation. I am a retired mechanical engineer. I started my career as a power plant boiler designer after my post-graduation in machine design. And then my journey lasted till about 42 years in a professional area. I ended up also as a boiler design engineer, as a technology head in a Finnish company. And then after retirement at the age of 65, I worked as a consultant in the same company for another year. Then I formed my own consultancy, through which I did some troubleshooting and problem solving in running power plant boilers. And then I said, okay, let's call it a day to professional life. One fine day at the age of 68. And I'm now trying to unlearn all my engineering and concentrating more on fitness, health, and well-being these days.
That's awesome to know, sir. Would you like to share your journey of health, wellness, and well-being with us?
Yes, at the age of 68, I happened to participate in a marathon in Auroville in Pondicherry. It was all a new experience for me without any prior experience in running. But the atmosphere at the start point was so electrifying that it just sucked me into marathon running. Marathon running is better than many other sports, I felt, because it requires less skill. Every other sport requires some sort of skill. And unless you master that, you will not be good in that. So at the age of 68, I cannot start and master a skill in any sport. Running, especially long distance running, requires just putting one foot in front of the other. Doesn't call for great amount of skill. So that is primary reason why I chose marathon. And second most important thing about running marathons is that every participant is a winner. You don't have to compete with others to get a medal. Every single participant who finishes the event successfully and covers the distance which he has committed will get a medal. So that is another reason why I thought, okay, this suits me better than any other sport. These are the main two reasons I chose marathon running as a sport. But it was all accidental. I was just called to participate in a particular event, which I was not at all confident. But I found that I was able to finish and get a medal, the first ever medal in my life in a sporting event. That triggered my interest to take part. I vowed to go back and come again next year, but with better preparation and do better. So I went and practiced in Chennai. And from there is no looking back now.
Thank you very much for sharing that journey with us, sir. I'm curious to know, when did you start running? You said the first ever time you started running was at a marathon event that you were called to participate in Auroville. So at what age was that?
It was at the age of 68. Without any prior experience, I just went, because the person who called me said I can even walk and finish. Otherwise, I was not confident of running at all. So I decided to take it easy and walk and finish. I was, I think, second last in the event, but it didn't matter. I got a medal, the same medal which everyone got. So that made me very happy. And not only that, the event was so euphoric. The atmosphere of frenzy and the electric surroundings. Throughout the way, we were greeted by the local residents as if we were VIPs, as if we were celebrities. They were all clapping and encouraging us. And there was music, folklore music with drums and dancing. So I thoroughly enjoyed the course. There were plenty to eat, even though I was not spending energy that much and not sweating. I had a stomach full of drinks and eatables. And it was so enjoyable. And at the end of it all, I got a medal. So I felt like a VIP there. So that told me, yes, you can continue this. You have to make your own improvement. Because in marathon, even though you don't compete with others, you can compete with yourself and make daily improvement in your running. So I vowed to go back and return next year with a better timing than I did in the first outing.
So what did you do for that, to do that?
I initially started practicing more vigorously, trying to do small jogs in the park. And then accidentally, I found a running group in the neighborhood where I was residing. There was an advertisement in the newspaper about a running group in the local pages. It's called Porur Racers. And they had given me the name and number of a contact person. Again, without my knowledge, I sought to talk to him and then asked him, I'm already 68, can I start running at this age? Can I run a marathon? They said, why not? You come and meet us tomorrow morning. We have regular schedules. So you join our regular schedule runs, you will be able to run. So that is another second thing which happened in my running life. Later on, I understood that if you want to make progress in running, you have to join a running group. You cannot make much progress if you run all alone by yourself. So that is second lottery for me in my marathon life, which also happened accidentally. So then I started going to them. They start their runs at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I started joining them at 5 o'clock and made sure to run every day, they announce, and very regular in their schedules. Initially, I was shy because everyone else was running faster than me. They were all accomplished runners who were running fluently and fast. And here I was unable, puffing and panting in 100 meters of distance and then taking enough walking breaks. But they didn't mind. They were all very helpful and they were very forthcoming. They welcomed me with both hands. They wanted to run with me and train me, but I was feeling shy. I said, you please go ahead. I will catch up with you later. So that is how it all started. But as you keep running, then your style improves. And the advantage of joining a running group is that they will teach you about your breathing, about what clothes to wear, what shoes to wear, your landing techniques, how your feet should land, and number of tips you will get without your knowledge if you keep observing and running with them. And that will improve your running by leaps and bounds. If you train all by yourself, you will never get to know all these things.
That's interesting to know. So how long did they actually train you to make you into a pro runner that you're today?
No, actually, it is not sort of formal training. You just run with them. Keep running with them. And you come to know of small events which are happening. I was in Chennai at that time, and Chennai every week practically some event or other happening. There are 36 chapters in Chennai, and they all have an annual event, a 10-kilometer event. So that itself gives 36 Sundays. Besides, you have training runs by my own chapter. So if you keep on participating in all of them, you get, without your knowledge, you make improvements. And that is the training. It's an ongoing training, on-the-job training, not a formal classroom training or something. It's just, for example, I got a cramps. I was not happy with my progress in running. I thought I'll make a rapid progress, but I got frustrated that I was still running slow. So I decided to ditch them and go alone one day to a different route and try to run very fast. At the end of 3 kilometers, I got cramps. My calf gave way. I didn't realize it was a calf strain, so I thought it will go away if I keep running. So it got aggravated and I came back limping. It took 3 weeks for me to recover, for the pain to go away. I was totally paralyzed for 3 weeks without running. And then I started running again, only to get cramps again, only to get that injury back. And again a third time. So then I realized they told me that you have to be patient. When you run well, you be patient. When you get injured also, you should be patient. Patience is a virtue for a runner. So these are all the things which I learned by making my own mistakes and by getting tips from my seniors. And thereafter, the calf strain has never come back. After the third episode, it all vanished away. And totally injury-free now.
So, what do you do when you actually get a calf strain or a pull during the run? How do you ask or reach out for help?
There are, if it is a well-organized run, there is medical help available on the way. And doctors are available. All good marathon events are arranged with medical help. And otherwise, you just get somebody to escort you back. There are enough pickup vehicles organized. So if you cannot walk, then you get into a pillion and reach the spot and take rest, go home and take rest for 3 weeks. Rest, ice packing, keeping your leg in an elevated position. And these are all the minimum requirements. It will get good by itself.
That's very interesting piece of advice. What would you like to share as advice for beginners or runners who have not yet ventured into marathons? What is your advice for them?
I will request them to, please take up. Luckily, the new pandemic has taught everybody that fitness is the only one which can save you, not your money, not your political influence, not your assets you hold, or not your knowledge you have in a particular field. All those things are coming to naught when it comes to survival in a pandemic. People have awakened, they had a rude awakening to the fact that only fitness can save you from this pandemic. So I see now, I've been running for 4 or 5 years now. I see many more runners on the road now. This is, please take it up. That is my request to every individual, irrespective of your age. When I started, my age was 68. So it is never too late to start running. You can be 40, 50. You can have ailments. My body was not free for ailments, free from any ailment. I had my own share of a lot of body problems. But it is all not a must that you should have a very clean and very disease-free body, healthy disease-free body to start running. All your disease will vanish if you start running. And but it is always better to consult a doctor before you take to running as a sport, because your heart condition and all that has to be seen. Your existing ailments have to be weighed. But basically, I'll tell you that every human being has been created, the frame has been created to run. It is not that it is difficult, it is natural. As a kid, we were running. So we all forgot that faculty as we grow up. If you start running, you will get back that faculty. You will become yourself. You have lost yourself as you grew up, many aspects. So I request everyone to run, to rediscover the you in you. That's my request.
That's an amazing piece of advice. I've also heard that you started at the age of 68. You started to run. Until then, you had not been really exposed to any kind of physical activities such as running. You have been busy in your corporate life. And from then on, from your first marathon, you proceeded to run gradually. And then now you have also participated in full marathon, which is 42 kilometers. Is it correct?
Yes, I gradually increased my distance and pace with the help of Poro races for 1 year. I did that. And then I had to shift to Coimbatore. When I came to Coimbatore, I missed my group very much. Then I started forming a group here, rather revitalizing a dormant group. And then we planned together. It has grown from about 25 people to 150 people now. So I decided I've done enough half marathons, which is 21.1 kilometer one in Chennai. My next target was always 42 kilometers. So then I trained for it by running about 30 to 35 kilometers 2 or 3 times and testing my body. When I felt good, I registered for Bengaluru Marathon, which is one of the premier marathons in this country, most sought after, well-organized marathon. And I went there to complete my first ever full marathon. So it is a journey which started step by step, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, and then you go to 42 gradually. And then I had my second full marathon in Hyderabad, which is a very tricky terrain, hilly area, lots of ups and downs, flyovers. Hyderabad itself is a hilly city, a lot of rolling terrain, we call it. So there I took some more time to finish. My first marathon in Bengaluru was in 6.5 hours, which is not great timing, but nevertheless I finished it. And second one in Hyderabad was in much tougher terrain and also much hotter conditions. I finished there in 7 hours.
Sir, பின்னாடி வாங்க நீங்க உங்க இதெல்லாம் பெல் அடிக்குதா? Very good sir, excellent, excellent. Super.
But the thing is, at the end of 7 hours, I was still running. I was not injured or limping. I was still on my feet and finished strongly, and that is what mattered.
That's
I've done 2 full marathons so far.
That's really amazing to know that you have done 2 full marathons, an event which takes 7 hours. You just started at the age of 68 and you're able to complete these 2 full marathons as something that people like us can hardly imagine to be able to accomplish. You are a true inspiration to all of us.
I've done a 3rd marathon also. That is a virtual marathon. After the pandemic set in and no more events are being organized everywhere. Gone are the days when 30,000, 40,000 people used to assemble in one place and run together. It is impossible to think now. So people have started organizing virtual marathons, which allows you to run in your own place and record in an any running app, and then submit the data to them. So that I did in a 3rd marathon, virtual marathon in my neighborhood. I completed again in about 6.5 hours. So these are the 3 full marathons I have done. about 25 to 30 half marathons, and countless 10-kilometer runs.
That's amazing. Your journey of running has started from 0 to perhaps 200 now, I would say, from listening from the list that you have just given us. Not only that, the inspiration that you are actually giving people, to many people out there, you have not only started running on your own, but you're giving inspiration to others, showing them that you can, when you can run, so can others follow you. You have started a group of your own and revived a group which was a little dormant. Now there are 150 people. They have all come together, and you do runs every day, do sessions every day, and the group keeps going. What advice do you have for people who are looking for groups similar to yours in their locality? How can they go about searching for it on the internet?
These days, every running group posts their details in Facebook. You can go easily search. When you shift, for example, when I came to Coimbatore, I searched for the page Coimbatore Runners. There is a Facebook page. Chennai Runners, there is a Facebook page. Tomorrow you get shifted to Salem, you can go and search. Definitely you will find a Salem Runners Facebook page. Or from the existing chapter, whichever your previous city, from there you can seek contact number of the new place. Because the coordinators of chapters, they are in touch. They can find you a group, running group, and then they can find you a coordinator. I have helped many people who are moving from here to Chennai, here to Salem, here to Bengaluru, everywhere. I have friends now in every city, and they help me identify a group, and they guide the people. So it is easy to, with social media platforms so active, it is easy to find people.
And the fact that these groups are there to reach out and help you if you want to join them is quite amazing to know as well. I thank you very much, sir, for joining us. You have been an inspiration to many, and I'm sure having you with us for our viewers, to whoever get a chance to look at this video on YouTube and LinkedIn, will be inspired to take up running as their hobby and pursue it for a better, healthy lifestyle. Thank you once again for joining us. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here and allowing me to share my experiences with you. Thank you very much.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.